Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a lot of great stuff to talk about. Tons of Spider-Man 2 news, as well as some Final Fantasy 9 remake updates and Final Fantasy 16 getting a demo very soon. Now quickly, before we jump into all of this greatness, show your support by hitting that like button, share the video if you find it informative, and subscribe if you're new. Now let's talk about Spider-Man 2, as Digital Foundry's Oliver McKenzie did a detailed breakdown of the graphics in the latest gameplay trailer. They basically took the previous Spider-Man games and compared it to the newest trailer, and in every scenario, Spider-Man's second game came out on top, saying that there were more details, additional effects, more varied textures. Some buildings were switched out completely or wholly new. For example, Spider-Man 2 adds the Harlem Seafood Market building near the sea, something that wasn't even in the prior title. So that's a pretty big deal. A lot of people are saying, hey, this game looks the same, it doesn't look different. Well, here you go. Digital Foundry saying, no, that's actually not the case. And they go on to say that they've also seen that the water has improved. The water now deforms and sprays more realistically when characters splash in it. McKenzie even said that ray tracing probably explains why the reflections in the water were better. So another reason why Spider-Man 2 looks better. And this is kind of a no-brainer in a lot of ways. I think anybody with a brain could see that Spider-Man 2 is going to be a better looking game than Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, it's kind of ridiculous to think that Spider-Man 2 is not going to evolve and look a lot better. But here you have it. Digital Foundry literally assessing the whole trailer and saying, yeah, it's a lot better. It's not a little better, it's a lot better. And they say that it could get even better, especially because the stream is not going to be reflective, or whatever we saw, the video is not going to be reflective of the final product. The resolution was stated as anywhere between 1296p to 1872p, which is considered dynamic 4K. In the fidelity mode. So it seems that, yeah, Spider-Man 2 is killing it. It looks great. They're very impressed with it. As you know, a lot of us were saying in the beginning, and anybody who said that it didn't look better, well, there you have it. The guys who basically do this for a living are telling you, yeah, it looks better. So I think there's no argument now. And especially once the game comes out, you know Digital Foundry is going to do an even deeper dive into it. But we have more Spider-Man 2 news to cover, and we've also got an update on the game. And this comes from a new interview with Famitsu. The creative director, Brian Intihar, explained, in quotes, "We've added Queens and Brooklyn to the map, which makes it roughly twice the size of our previous work. These two neighborhoods are a bit smaller and more residential, so they have a different charm than Manhattan. We have prepared some unexpected situations that we have never seen before, such as battles using the river that runs between the neighborhoods. So please look forward to them." So once again, showing that Spider-Man 2 is just bigger and better and looks better as well when it comes to the next game. And I think that's really all you can really ask for, is improving upon what they had already built. If you expect it to be something other than a Spider-Man game, well, then I think that's unreasonable. I think that it's going to be taking Spider-Man, what it was, and improving further upon it and making it a better game. And I think it was pretty evident in the demo that we saw that it does look better and it does play better and it does seem like a better game, but we'll obviously know more once we get our hands on it. And of course, that leads us into our last bit of Spider-Man 2 info, and this comes from the voice actor for Peter Parker, Yuri Lowenthal, who says, "You have seen nothing yet." He says this in an IGN interview.
You saw the gameplay drop. Some of you said, oh, they showed too much. I assure you, you have seen nothing yet. It is, we've just scratched the surface. It is just the thwip of the Spider-Berg. If I may coin that.
You may. So as you can see, this man is super excited. He's pumped. He's really excited for us to see what else is coming from this game, and clearly showing that, yeah, we have not seen enough of what's really coming up with this full game. And we're going to see it soon enough, I know. So I'm really excited for this game, obviously, and I think a lot of people are as well. Now, next, we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy 9 Remake. Obviously, if a lot of you have been around on this channel for a long time, huge Final Fantasy fan here, and Final Fantasy 9, one of my favorite games of all time. It looks like a remake is looking more and more likely, and looking like a PlayStation exclusive too. Speaking on the Reset Era forums, Amahiro2, who has provided proof to the moderators of the message board that they have access to information not available to the public, stated that they have seen the remake and that it has Sony written all over it. The insider also confirmed that the Final Fantasy 9 remake is at least 2 years away, and that it is not coming to the Nintendo Switch, which implies that this is not going to be a basic reskin. This is going to be something a little more in depth, something a little more ambitious, and it's going to be something that is looking exclusive to PS5. So it's really exciting to see that this could get a remake. I'm thinking that this is very likely. You know, it came from an NVIDIA leak. This same NVIDIA leak in 2020 has had many games come true. Many games, not one, not two, many games. And the latest one was Ratchet & Clank coming to PC. So this on top of that is just, you know, looking more and more plausible. I think a lot more people are looking at this and saying, this is looking way more realistic. So if Final Fantasy IX comes, man, I'm going to be really pumped for it. I think a remake in the next 2 years looks plausible as well, because if you think about it, well, 16's out the door in June, this month, of course. Then we have Rebirth coming out winter 2023 or 2024. And then after that, they could start promoting their next game, Final Fantasy IX Remake, and obviously the third part of Final Fantasy VII, the remake series. So it looks very plausible. I think it's very possible that we're going to get this. I'm very excited for this, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated as this continues to progress. Now, lastly, we're going to talk about Final Fantasy 16's demo listing appearing on PlayStation Store. And it looks like Reddit users have noticed that a Final Fantasy 16 demo showed up in their libraries, but only after they had pre-ordered the game. So it's very interesting to see this. Obviously, you know, like Final Fantasy 16 is coming out this month. Yoshi P said in an interview he'd like to drop a demo at least 2 weeks before its release date. And then it would actually allow you to continue the game from the point of the end of the demo into the full game. So it's kind of a plan that they've really already told us about, and it's looking more and more plausible that it could be coming very soon. They do have an event on June 11th. My expectation is that after June 11th that we're going to get access to this demo. The question now remains that is it going to be a pre-order bonus type of deal, or is it going to be available to everyone right away, or is it going to be available first to people who pre-order and then afterwards to people who didn't pre-order? Like, we don't know exactly how that's going to work out, but that is something to keep in mind as things are starting to ramp up for the launch of Final Fantasy 16. But yeah, that's really it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about all of these topics. If you're new, consider subscribing. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. Share the video with a friend if you enjoyed it. You can also follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description. I thank you all for watching. I will talk to you on the next one. Take care.